It is open, my friends. Battles have yet to begin. Laughter will be heard in gales and floods, but if not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
Excellent. I am going to jab into that wound that Minnie created
Amazing.
with an attack.
Try to exploit the structural weakness of this device now.
Yes. Does a 21 hit?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I do have a D8. There you are. That is minimum damage, though. 6 points of bludgeoning.
6 points of bludgeoning. Okay. It hits and vibrates through. Doesn't do as much as you would expect, but it does hurt it. Wait.
Excellent, excellent.
You're a monk, right? You full monk?
Yes.
Your attacks considered magical? At this point, I think they are, right? Because you're level 8.
I am level 8. I don't know where it would say, though.
Let's just double check here, because that does make a difference. An armor, deflect missiles, shadow arts, slow fall, extra attack, stunning attack, high-empowered strikes. Overcoming resistances and immunity, yes, high-empowered strikes, if you look at your features. Your unarmed strikes count as magical. So,
excellent.
Disregard what I said. You dealt full damage.
Full damage. Perfect. Second attack is a 19. Does that hit?
19 hits.
Perfect. Not roll. Where did I just put my D8?
I don't know. Probably on your desk somewhere.
Okay, that's much better. 11 points of bludgeoning.
11 points of bludgeoning with a quick 1-2 smack on the side of this thing. The first hit not quite damaging it enough. The second hit completely destroying whatever integrity it had left around its front left paw. It falls off and begins to just fall into pieces as you have decommissioned this hound.
Excellent, excellent. Good, this is good.
You can, with your passive, hear that there are quite a few inside the shadows in front of you, though.
Going to leave them, shadows as they will. I'm going to... Yes. I'm going to come literally barreling down this hallway.
Good grief, monks are fast. I'm feeling the pain again.
I also have mobile, and I'm a cat, so
yeah.
I'm very fast.
Yeah.
And then I will go ahead and spend a Kai point to give me a bonus action for dash.
Another 55 feet of movement. Go for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Mobile.
Getting some flashbacks here from Mindstorm?
Yeah, I'm getting reminded why I don't like monks. But I love them.
I think I had figured out how to get Mindstorm up to like 270 within a single turn.
It's insane. It's insane with a
feline
agility as well. Not going quite that
fast, but yeah. I'm in front of. I'm right next to this guy, and it's like I blurred down the hallway, came up to him, and I'm just gonna say very softly into his ear, "Boo."
He has his rifle completely turned around, focused on Korak, and as soon as you quite literally zoop up right next to him and say, boo, he goes, huh! Slams against the wall on his right and tries to start desperately bringing the rifle around, pointing towards you. However, he doesn't get to attack yet, because it's not his turn. In fact, what the turn you hear is Minnie, you being down closest to it technically, by proxy and the fact that you're still close to the other corridor, you can hear some very heavy footsteps coming from the corridor that you just vacated, getting much closer. Minnie, it's your turn.
All right, very nice, very cool. I am going to. I'm torn between two things. Okay, and what's this one? Okay, cool. I am going to, seeing the approaching darkness, being quite injured, needing a significant bowl of soup to fix my ailments, I am going to bibbity bobbity cast Phantom Steed. And a large quasi-real horse-like creature.
Real quick before you finish that, is Phantom
I
Steed
know, it
concentration?
No,
No,
it's not a concentration.
it's not. That
It
is.
just lasts an hour.
That's cool. What's the casting speed time of it, though?
Full minute.
You are not going to
was
be able to
hoping you
cast it
weren't
off at
gonna
this
ask that
time.
one.
Yeah, you're not
Rats.
going to be able to
Okay.
cast it. That is 10 whole rounds of combat.
Yeah, boo hiss. Okay, fine. I am going to, in that case, okay, this just takes one action to do, and it is not a concentration. I'm going to do Stellar Bodies. And then I'm just going to run down the hall.
All right, what does Stellar Bodies do?
Stellar Bodies. You create two small stars that orbit you. They twinkle pleasantly, shedding dim light in a 10-foot radius centered on you. The stars protect you. If a creature within 5 feet of you hits you with a melee attack, they must make a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 points of radiant damage for each star orbiting you.
Amazing. Cool.
And then, once per round on your turn, you may use your action to cause a star to streak toward an enemy, expending it as it explodes in a blinding flash.
Amazing. That's
Yeah.
terrifying. And cool. All right. Cool. And where are you moving to?
I am going to just go my full 30. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to measure. Okay. 10. There is my 25. I am right there. I did not run very far because I have little tiny legs.
Little tiny legs. Okay, in that case, it is now these two remaining gunners by you. This one by you, Shadows, is going to try to take a shot against you. It is at disadvantage because you're right next to him. But he is surprised enough that that's what he's doing. Ha! It's probably not going to hit. At that point, I was just rolling for the 1. That's a 9.
Yeah, no, does not hit.
No, it doesn't hit you. Just zoops off, flies past you.
I like to imagine that I just kind of boop his gun up as he's putting it at me and it shoots over my shoulder.
The other one is going to take a swing at you, Korag, as you are in its way. That is a 19 to hit.
That does.
That hits. Oh, max damage. 8 points of slashing damage. As he once again proves quite deft with the short sword. Whips it around your blade and slashes upwards, causing another strike along your chest.
Okay.
That is their turn. Korag, it's you.
Alright.
Alright.
Wait a second. Is there no limit to how many of these I can do? There's a limit, right?
There should always be a limit.
I mean, I guess the limit, I can hurt myself, so I guess there's a possibility.
The limit is your health.
Oh, these are blood maledics. Okay, great. I just got the names confused is all. So I've used one of those. I'm going to blood maledict the guy in front of me of the marked, a curse of the marked, same as the one I used before. I will amplify it to do damage to myself, 4 damage to me.
Ooh.
So I'm going to roll with advantage on this first one as I stab him in the face.
Stabby.
That's going to be a 22. Yes, a 22.
22 hits.
So he's going to take 7 piercing damage, and then he's going to take 11 radiant damage.
Ooh. You will see the blade pierce in just by one of his breastplates into a nice soft spot, and then see some of the sizzling coming from the wound as the blood maledict takes its mark and burns away his own hemalurgy inside his body. That sizzling is his blood cells boiling and popping. That's 18. Now I need to do other math. Yep. Okay. Cool. First one. Nice.
I
He is
stab
still
him
up.
in the face again.
Stabby.
That's going to be a 24.
24 hits.
So that's going to be 12 piercing damage plus
Ouch.
6 radiant.
12, 6. This one whipping it out, stabbing up again. You hit him right in the left eye, and you can feel the breaking of the skull on the back end as the blade seeps its way into his brain, melting part of his head. He is gone, dead, killed.
I guess. No, I think he. Yeah. I'm gonna go through this door. I'm gonna assume that Shadow can handle that guy by himself. I'm gonna look for a way out.
A way out. Okay, when you open up this door and you check through, it is a corridor that at the end of it you can see that there are people moving about and working. It looks as though there aren't any guards immediately here, but this could be a good route of egress should you need.
Okay, I'm gonna shout out over my. I'm not gonna shout. I'm gonna medium speak so it doesn't go too far, but say, "This looks like a good way out. Hurry up with that one." And Korag's gonna leave and use all his movement to go towards where the people to try to mingle or hide, what have you.
I'm going to put your token just outside to show that you are gone. I'm also going to shut this door so you still don't see what's inside there. All right, Korag is effectively out of the initiative at this point as they have escaped. Which means we're moving around to all the other baddies who, by the way, did not roll higher than a 10 on initiatives. It's like the 5th time I've done that. So let me just do some main movements here. They have got a different thing in mind. Minnie, you can hear that there's motion coming from around the other side, but it's not... It's almost like quick positioning and shuffling. The thing that you can hear that's more aggressive are the heavier footsteps. Those are continuing to get closer. And you can also hear some Grantinan curses coming from probably where the darkness is. with them all considered, Shadows, it's you. You're up.
All right, I'm gonna gut punch the guy in front of me who just tried to shoot me.
Amazing. Gut punch away.
That is a natural 20.
Ouch! Okay.
You punch through his midsection.
Blood just splurts out. Double your damage dice. Roll everything, add your modifiers, and then double the damage.
Okay. We got, okay. That is not bad. 12. Plus 5 is 17, and that makes 34.
Excuse me, what?
17 plus 17 is 34, right?
Yeah, it sure is.
All right. 34.
As I said, you punch through his midsection.
You hear a very loud and resembling pop as you know many of his ribs just collapsed and caved. The sad thing is, he's still alive.
That's
but
fine.
it's
I've
very
got
much one of
another
those
attack.
situations. Have you ever been hit by a football in the center chest just below your diaphragm?
Yeah.
European football, not American football. That
Yeah.
That right there. That's what just happened to this guy.
Thanks.
Second
All right.
attack.
Second attack
It's like 1
is,
HP.
out of curiosity,
Just hit.
when I make an attack, yeah, I know, but this is for later as well. But
Right.
when I make an attack, can I change between claw and or slashing and bludgeoning because I have claw on arms that are
Yeah.
also monk?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that's
Second attack is going
entirely
to be
reasonable.
slashing
Ooh, tasty.
as I cut his throat out with my claws. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
I love seeing Tangerine's reactions to this engagement here. 18 hits. He's dead.
18
How do you rip
hits.
his
Okay,
esophagus out?
excellent. My claw comes spinning around, and then I grab as it hits the neck, and I just kind of pull and
Oh.
rip whatever's in his Adam's apple area out.
Yeah, Minnie, you're running up. You see, first off, one of these guards gets stabbed once, blood boiling, another one gets and then stabbed through the eyes. Korag finishes his off. And as he's leaving and saying, you can handle that one, basically, and running away, Shadows has already planted the fist in the diaphragm. Loud pops and breaks of the bones snapping, blood coughs out, and then the claw comes and catches, and this grotesque ripping sound happens as the flesh is torn away from the throat, esophagus gone. Just a bloody mess of pulsing blood as this guy collapses onto the ground, hopelessly grasping at where his throat used to be. He's dead.
Excellent. I'm going to use
unceremonious.
my movement to get on top of the chain gun and just in case I need to cover Minnie's escape route.
Amazing. Okay, so getting onto it and starting up the cranking process. Now, the cranking process and firing, it's fairly easy to figure that out. You won't have your proficiency in this. You'll just have the dex added to attack rolls. You won't know how to load it, though. But that's fine.
Yeah.
This thing's got plenty of bullets right now. That is your turn. At the end of your turn, Minnie and Shadows, you will begin to see hints of what is making that very loud noise as a very large metallic arm grabs around the corner. As what you would both know to be a sentinel, a large iron golem, starts creeping its way around into your sight. Minnie, it's your turn.
Run, Minnie, run!
Yeah, I'm just gonna dash. I'm just gonna run. As far as I can.
Smart.
All 50
Smart,
feet of
smart.
it, so I'm by that dead man.
You might want to get out of the way of the chain gun, which is exactly
isn't it-
where, that's where Shadows is standing. Right here.
Oh, that one. Okay.
That's this is
Then we're going over here.
just a little 5-foot step. Alright, that's full turn on yours. Korag's gone. The gunners are all dead. The others are letting the sentinel take the forward position. So Shadows, We're back around to you. Staying for cover? What are you doing?
Actually, new plan now that she's closer. I'm going to let go of the spinning thingy, and I'm using the last 2 Kai points I have to move my darkness over to here. So I basically drop concentration and then bring it back up over
And then
here.
bring it back up over there. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, and then
Spicy,
I'm just going to
spicy.
kick the gun over.
And kick the gun over. So let's plop that right there now. And kick the gun over. It lands heavily on the ground with a... At this point, I would say you guys are in the clear to run away.
Excellent.
So running away, once
Good
you're
job,
at a
guys.
safe distance, yes, good job. I've been looking at some of your healths. 2 of you are at half, almost. One of you's a little lower. One of you's a little
In
higher.
fairness,
I didn't
a
take
lot of
any
that was
damage at
myself.
all.
It was mostly yourself, yeah. Well done with the sorcerer, well injured.
In fairness, I forgot I had reactions that could like take effect as soon as I get injured, so that's on me.
We are at this point with you all escaping essentially a mission failed. We're going to move back around to Altian and BT as you end up in a different building location. Basically a different side from where you were last. Again, I'm going to put you at around 300 feet from where the interceptor is being stored. And you have this guy who is just happily sitting on top of BT, kind of regarding where he's at and what's going on, with what looks to be a vague air of indifference.
Okay, well, while that battle was going on and we were stealthing through the streets,
Stealthing through the streets.
Big Tin and I had a conversation over
What?
over Messenger,
I'm shook.
and also over comms. So we have come up with a plan. All right, and I'm going to explain this in my voice, that way it's as clear as possible.
Okay, I'm eager.
First thing, question. How far away is the device from the nearest wall?
20 feet.
20 feet.
Yep, 20 feet
What
from the nearest
direction?
wall. So imagine, let me paint out, because you've already been inside, you
Mhm.
know what this place looks like. There are things along the sides, like shelving units, workbenches. It is essentially what you would consider a 2-vehicle garage, or 2-vehicle storage place. Like a small hub that would probably shut down a long time ago, used by illegal smuggling for the most part. You've taken up a good portion, last half of it. Your rear end is maybe 40 feet from the garage door. You then take up whatever space, however long your vehicle is. The table with the device on it is 10 feet in front of your vehicle, and then another 20 feet to the nearest wall. To the right of your vehicle, you are 30 feet from the wall. To your left of the vehicle, you are 60 feet from the wall. So there's more space to your left than there is to your right. Normally there would be like crates of supplies and things inside here as well, but it's emptied out. Just the permanent fixtures of desks and tables.
Okay. We are keeping the guard charmed. What we are going to do is Big Ten. We figured out that he is able to plug into the interceptor and control it for a very short distance, because he won't be able to shift it unless he does it manually. He also has to start it all manually. So he's got to do a couple things. He is going to use the guard to see if there is a trap set. Pretty much, he's going to human shield it.
Right.
He's going to get into the interceptor. Meanwhile, I am going to put an explosive on the outside wall, the one closest 20 feet, with about 50 ball bearings, because I have quite a few ball bearings, in order to create a projectile through the wall, hit the device. He's going to start her up and boot, scoot, and boogie and meet me down the block. Because I'm going to be consistently moving the whole time. I'm
Okay.
not going to be in one place.
Okay. You get yourselves positioned, set up for all this. You get it ready for the
I
execution.
am also, before, this is a very important thing because I'm testing out a theory here. When I set the explosive on the wall, I am going to preemptively smoke grenade the area. It creates a 20 feet of smoke.
Right.
And I'm going to do it in the smoke.
Okay, yeah. Right. Perfect.
Because I'm going to test something out. Because if it goes south...
Now, you get yourselves ready and in position. And how are you planning on using this guardsman as a human shield? Because if you prompt him to go before you, he won't. He is only following you per your orders.
I was thinking Big Ten was just going to stand behind him and slowly push him forward with his body and just move him into the building.
Nah, we'll just walk in. And if things start happening, I will just get behind him.
Okay.
All right. Your funeral.
Yeah, I know. We will walk in slowly and see what happens. After, do you want me to start walking in before or after you explode? Before, right?
Yeah, before. I need you in the vehicle, that way you can get it started and get out. You can just bust right through that wall because it's already going to be weakened. So you can just drive right through it.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll walk in, open the
You-
door, walk in.
Open the door,
Mm.
and you walk in. Again,
Guard in
roughly
tow.
10 feet is this, or 30 feet away from you is this device. You begin approaching the Interceptor 2. And that little...
Stealthily.
Stealthily? Give me a stealth check.
So if it gets triggered, it won't see me, but it'll see him. Maybe.
And also, you hear a from my key fob unlocking it for you.
25.
25. Creeping along as stealthily as you can, getting close to the Interceptor, you
Magic may not care
Get
about
up.
stealth, but it doesn't matter.
to it, and as soon as you're within 20 feet of this device, the little arm at the top drops, and you begin hearing this crackling sound. And from this horn that's hollow, a voice begins emanating. And Altian, it's loud enough that you'll hear it where you're at as well, if not a little muted. But it begins to say,
I'm just going into the vehicle.
as you
I'm not
head
listening
into
to
the
it.
vehicle.
Yeah, the message isn't for you, so you're just like, well, anyway.
Well, anyway,
It's time. If it wants to take the time to explain monologue, its greatest plan, that's fine. Bye.
begins speaking, and you hear the voice of Ego come from it. Hello, old friend. Well done escaping Tahiri. Of course, I knew you would. You're not one to be captured by brutes like him. And honestly, I'm quite grateful you did. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to play these fun games. I trust you'll take care of the captain. He's useless. So thank you for taking out the trash for me. Shall we start with the first act? Though, I suppose you've already finished it. I'll do you a kindness from here.
I'm going to interrupt, and I'm going to say out loud and over comms, so Big Ten hears me. I'm just gonna say,
No, how about I start it?
and I'm gonna click the thing. Clink.
Explosion. The wall, parts of the wall crumbles inwards, coming to grounds. A little piece of the rubble hits the table that this device is on top of. It falls with a loud cranking and a little as sounds begin to fail, and the little needle over the record at the top scrapes the recording.
Lord.
You floor it and plow straight through that door. The guard probably in the passenger seat?
Yep.
Or you
He's coming with us.
He's followed at least for the next 7 hours.
Yeah, at least for the next 7 hours.
Just thematically, just for flavor and sauce, I'm going to time my run on the roof perfectly, and then I'm just going to glide right on top of the interceptor.
Landing safely and whipping
Just
your way
before he
into it.
lands on the interceptor, it disappears.
No. Just
No.
It disappears.
slams it to the ground.
What? No.
Yep, I hop in, take over, start driving.
You hop in, take over, start driving, the engine being much quieter than it has been in the past. You find your travels to the lift that you're going to use to get it up to the 3rd floor empty of anyone.
After the first one, I'm taking a separate route then. I am making it very deliberately clear that I'm doing damage now. I turn stealth mode off, and Big Ten, you see this compartment, it like opens up in the hood, and the engine literally lifts out of the hood.
As you zoom off on the 3rd floor now, making deliberate noise and attracting deliberate attention. There were no barricades, no roadblocks, nothing in your way. By the time you hit the 3rd floor, any damage and attention, Ultian, is very clear to you, you've brought upon yourself. There was nothing else planned for you. Making your arrival with the interceptor clean.
I don't like this one bit. I'm hold on, let me switch it over. As we're driving, I do this.
How long until you think things start going south?
An hour ago.
No, I mean really south.
An hour ago. I think they're already going south. They just haven't caught up with us yet.
I need you to spend time with that teleportation device.
Okay.
Get the distance on it better. Figure it out.
Where do you want to go?
As a just in case.
Safe to
Is
say
this
you're having
thing
this
watertight?
conversation. Oh boy. Save that thought real
No?
quick. Let's establish where you're having this conversation. Where are you having this conversation?
In the interceptor.
In the interceptor
Yeah.
as you're traveling through.
Driving.
There are.
Yeah.
So, for everyone else, there are pings randomly along the side of the interceptor. The guard inside is going, ooh, as people are firing and shooting their rifles at it, but you're just charging through, not stopping to engage, just causing mayhem and bringing attention. Okay, carry on.
I'm also around at least one turn. I'm going to take it real far back, and I'm going to sideswipe with the back end a few guards around the corner.
There's definitely going to be some blood marks on your interceptor.
Did you say this thing was watertight?
Actually, technically the cabin is, and when it's in stealth mode, so is the engine. So, yeah, technically it is.
Just looking at my options where we teleport.
Good idea. When we get back, I'm going to take a look around that mansion. I'm going to ask some questions. Because if they know our every move, why haven't they got us yet?
They want this for some reason.
Let's try not to play into their hand.
When
Right.
we get to the distance, I bring it to a full e-brake, spinning around, stop to face whatever horde of guards has been following us, and then we hit that
Have you been to the
teleportation
13th
button.
floor?
No. Remember, we couldn't get to it.
That's a shame. That'd be a nice spot to teleport to.
You get the vehicle. First off, are you testing it with momentum or without momentum?
Without momentum, I
Without
am bringing her to a stop.
Dead stop. You bring it to a dead stop, use it, summon roll percentile dice. One of you two. Ultian or BT.
Oh, Lord.
Your vehicle.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Your vehicle.
Where are they?
I'll roll it once when I start adding flavor to the teleport.
Nice. Sounds like a
Right
deal.
now, it's just a standard teleport.
34?
34. You get really close. It's a calibration issue. BT, you would know it. You've already dabbled a little bit with the machine. You as well, Ultian. It's calibrated a little wrong. You're a few degrees off of the center. So you get within 4 inches of the interceptor that Sir Rodney has been building, nearly materializing into another substance. But you're fine.
I'm going to look over at how close we are to the other vehicle, and then I'm going to look at Big Ten, and I'm going to say,
Yeah, how about we not use that until you get this figured out?
Yeah. Agreed.
okay. We're back. I'm going to... Well, since they haven't gotten back to me, unless they have tried to get back to me in that span of time, I've taken a little bit of time.
That is a good question. On your egress, for the 3 of you, have any of you sent any messages? There is at least 1 more charge on those stones.
I assume a message would have been sent.
All right. What's
Yeah, Shadows would have suggested Minnie send a mission failed report
Okay.
to Ultion.
Okay. Let me just check something really quickly. That is the wrong sheet. Okay.
Because you had a few distractions, Ultian, that set your timeline a little back as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Please hold. I need to count. I hate having to count the words. Oh. Why must I do this to me?
You're the one who took the item.
Yeah, they told me to.
It sounds like a personal problem then. Another shameless plug. There's a link to our link tree inside the description. Go click on it and follow our socials. That was a real quick shameless plug. You can also go to our merch store. Buy some
That
of
was
our merch.
incredibly quick.
All these wonderful
Okay.
designs on this tiny
Cool.
screen.
Okay.
All available.
Okay. I have 16 words is within the limit. I'm going to go ahead and send it. We had some razzmatazz, but Scarlet in the nick of time. Catch you at the HQ. Also, for flavor, it does come through as quickly as I say it. Because
Spectacular.
I'm running and I want to not be understood. Thank you.
Yeah, Ultian's insight check would give him
I
hit
know
trouble.
HQ.
Yeah, an HQ. Trouble HQ, that's the gist.
I didn't say trouble. I said razzmatazz.
Aye, but it translates to trouble not on it.
No, it translates to excitement. Through the middleman of jazz.
There was no jazz, so then you can't have razzmatazz.
Can.
Ah,
Can
Jazz
said so.
is chaos. So.
Jazz is
yeah,
chaos.
they had JS. They had
Yeah.
jazz.
Yeah.
Anyone who doesn't mess with chaos is... Ugh. That's me, by the way. I don't like jazz. I'm scarred. Utterly. Anyway. So they actually probably would be arriving a little earlier than you. You had to take a lift. A different kind of lift, more of one. Theirs is more direct. And you were on the other side of town. So by the time you are arriving, they have already arrived. I'm going to say they didn't have enough time to clean up. And Ultian, you'll get the sense of where the shoes already kind of dropped. As you could see multiple bullet holes and wounds from these three.
Well, I mean, those two.
Except for Shadows. Yeah, Shadows looks unscathed.
He also doesn't even look out of breath.
As a monk should.
Okay. Is Rodney here?
You don't see any sign of Rodney.
Okay. Say.
Now I know this isn't my city, so I don't get quite how it works. But how is it that they know our every move? They know exactly where we are and what we're going to do, but they haven't gotten to us yet. So I'm gonna need someone to explain it to me like I'm a child.
Shadows
Where's
is gonna
Rodney?
Shadows is gonna look at you all, Tiana, and he's gonna say, "This is new to us as well. We were not expecting to be ambushed. Is probably question for Sir Rodney, but he has not come back yet."
The second primordial was truth, right? That's what it was?
There's a lot
Yes.
of primordials, yes, but truth is the...
Ego and truth. Yeah.
Ego and
Yeah,
truth.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, here.
Yes, yeah.
There are two primordials working together here, or at least seem to be working together. Ego and truth. Truth's how he knows what we're doing when we're doing it. Getting to him, getting to them is going to take getting to the 13th floor.
What do you suggest?
I suggest we take our time. I suggest we do something that I wouldn't normally do.
You're going to go talk to them?
No, but I'm not going to attack them directly anymore. Everything we do now is subterfuge. First we speak with Rodney.
Probably good idea to be a little unpredictable.
Although, we tried that earlier, and they still found us.
They were expecting us. That's true. But not as unpredictable as we could be. Like take it from many points instead of just two.
Mm-hmm.
right. As I'm gonna walk past these three, I'm going to go into my tool belt, and I'm gonna pull out a stim pack, and I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna jab Tange in the arm and heal you for 12.
Some of the bleeding that hasn't quite yet completely stopped, Minnie. As soon as you get jabbed by this tiny little needle thing that very quickly shoots some liquids into your body, you could feel it begin to work in an arcane base and close some of those wounds.
Okay.
It feels good.
Also feels cold.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you can feel a flu shot. Chorus taters. Much obliged, though.
I'm gonna downward nod at you, and I am finding Rodney.
Okay.
Directly. And I'm also locking. You guys hear a
Whip, whip.
boop, boop?
Nice.
Korag's going to follow Ultian into the finding of the Rodney.
Shadows is going to find a way to help get Minnie comfortable and healed up.
It involved soup. Be aware of this.
Nice.
If needed, he will make soup.
Good soup.
BT, what are you doing?
Studying the transport device
Setting
on the
transport device?
vehicle.
Alrighty.
Trying to see if I can calibrate it better or increase the distance more.
Do you guys still have the googly-eyed fellow who's following you?
Yeah, he's just standing by.
Yeah, there's a
Brought him
random
to our
guardsman.
secret base.
Yeah, what's your purpose with him? What's your intention with this man?
Kind of just figuring that out as we go. You might have information, might not.
You do all know that you have holding cells as well, so you can stash him someplace for in 4 hours when the suggestion falls away.
Is this permanent, or should we put him in a cage?
Cage?
How long we got on that?
4 hours or until I turn it off?
Or until you turn it off, yeah. Cage?
He's already seen a bit too much. Let's stash him in the cage, and if he doesn't have the information that we need, can I have him?
Turn him off?
Turn him off.
I don't like the implications of can you have him, but sure.
Well, we need to dispose of him in some way, and I think it would be useful for me to do that.
Many
Your
knows
accent
ways
really
to make
comes and
things
goes, doesn't it?
disappear.
I'm trying to be understood at this point, mate. Calm down.
No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, I'm being intentionally vague with this, because up until now, I will have not shown the two of my friends this. So we're just being sneaky. Spooky.
So they find a place to stash him. Pull those things out. Ultian and Korag heading up to the Mansion True. You could follow your nose to find Sir Rodney more than anything, as inside the kitchen there is already a large pot of what looks to be some kind of stew or soup, has many ingredients inside of it. Looks as though he knows his team. And he's chopping away at veggies, wearing it's a weird patterned apron. Just a weird patterned apron. And he's almost got like a half smile on. And as the two of you enter in, he looks up and you back already? I didn't expect it to be that quickly. More so that there would be more screaming by the time you approached. But how did it go?
Not well.
That's all right. We have another day to count it, all right? Oh. It is hard to tell what your facial expression might be, but Korak looks a little, he always has that face on. Do explain. Not well? Pour some of these veggies into the stew.
Why is it that the primordial that knows exactly what we're doing and where we are hasn't come to grab me yet?
I assume it would be because of your friend, no? If the information about is good, then your friend cannot be seen by them, so... Does it work that way? I'm still unclear. I only work inside secret channels, and they don't have all the information themselves. In truth, you would
He
probably know
can't be
better than me.
seen.
I didn't know that was
But I
public
can.
knowledge.
You're not there, BT.
I know. Sorry.
He can't be seen. But I can.
Yeah. I don't know then.
Insight
Go for it.
with a nat 20.
Oh boy!
Tell me the truth.
I will tell you certainly this. Now you know for a fact your instincts are good. There's something to this. Your nat 20 is going to confirm that for sure. Especially seeing as when you try to incite this person, there's nothing. Everything you get from him is the complete honest truth. He is not lying, he is not fibbing, he is telling you the truth.
I already asked him once today. I'm going to ask Ratha one more time. Can he, before I ask him this, because it's something that I think I would know by this point, just from osmosis from the others, can he get a sense off of a person through me?
He can. So he can sense. So when it were like with BT, his primordial side stuff, that's the gift that's given to him through destruction. They can get general senses, but he can't do the same kind of sight trick that destruction can do.
Yeah.
He can just get the general sense. So your insight check there, he would also have felt the same thing and sensed the same thing. In fact, actually, you'd probably sense his attention shifting to you as you have that realization. Like his curiosity is now paying attention towards what's going on with you, as opposed to what's going on with him where he physically is.
Even with a nat 20.
Even with a nat 20.
But you said my instincts are still...
Conflicted.
Everything's still wah,
Yeah,
wah,
like-
in the back of my head.
Like DEFCON 1 almost.
Don't know if I want to do this, but this is something he would do, so I'm going to look at Rodney, and then I'm going to look at the pot of boiling water that is next to him,
Oh no.
and then I'm going to look back at him, and I'm going to say,
I do think you're telling the truth. But my instincts have never lied to me. So one more time. What else do you know?
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm going for more intimidation, if that's all right with you. If he noticed the eye movement.
With a
If he
little
noticed me turn my head. And then
with
back
that,
to him.
certainly. Seeing as the natural 20 was achieved on something else, and I, for genuine reasons, can't give you certain details, even with a natural 20.
Yeah.
I will tell you, included in this one, persuasion is going to do you far better than intimidation. As in, you're looking for nearly an impossible roll on intimidation, whereas persuasion is going to be a lot easier. You can give me either one. Still your choice. That's just information for you to choose from.
15 persuasion.
15 persuasion. There is clear recognition inside his eyes as he notices your change, and a little bit of a no, Aldian, it is not the best approach. What you need to know isn't relevant yet. But it would be best for you to continue working with us. I will tell you when the time comes. But now is not the time. I fear you would make rash judgments should you find out soon. The farthest I'll go is... You're not... Korag. How far should I go?
I have my rapier if it goes too far.
I would rather not make sure it goes there, but if I tell him now, it will go there. No. Woo! I just stepped on my own headphone wire. Whoops. We have specific sources and specific ways of staying out of their sight. They are in place and up to date. And yes, it is through technical primordial means, but not one that you will notice. You or your friend. Is that sufficient? Please trust me when I say if I tell you any more, it will come to blows, and that will be because of you, not be because of us. We want to work with you here, not against.
Is there some sort of fruit bowl on the table in this kitchen area or anywhere around here?
Definitely some vegetables.
Oh, definitely some
that.
vegetables. Yeah. We could say there are like some apple-like substances inside a basket.
I'm going to grab a tomato, and then I'm silently walking out of the kitchen without an answer.
Korag still standing there. So Rodney kind of gives you a wave not to follow, to let him do his own thing. And then continues chopping vegetables and goes, well, I think that went better than I would have thought. And that is where we're going to finish for the night.
Yeah, may have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this revelry. May peace follow you out. May you return for more giggles and now.